I didn't know that. I just, you're telling me now for the first time.
Now, the concept of the different universes for Grand Theft Auto was actually explained by Rockstar during a Grand Theft Auto 3 Q&A. They said, quote, "The universes are the worlds interpreted at different definitions, 2D, 3D, and high definition, or therefore HD. The 2D Grand Theft Auto universe consists of Grand Theft Auto 1, Grand Theft Auto London 1969, Grand Theft Auto London 1961, and Grand Theft Auto 2. The 3D universe consists of Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Grand Theft Auto Advance, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories, and Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories. And the HD universe, of course, consists of Grand Theft Auto 4, Grand Theft Auto The Lost and Damned, Grand Theft Auto The Battle of Gay Tony, Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars, Grand Theft Auto 5, and Grand Theft Auto Online. So these are all three separate universes. So for example, Trevor Phillips couldn't interact with Tommy Vercetti because they're from two different universes, but Trevor Phillips could encounter Niko Bellic because Niko Bellic and Trevor are in the same universe. And we saw this with Johnny Klebitz and Trevor Phillips in Grand Theft Auto 5 because they're in the same universe. And we also saw this in San Andreas where Claude met CJ because they're in the same universe. But my question is, did CJ ever exist in the HD universe? And my answer is yes and no. Let me explain. Now, we all know about the multiverse. It's been thrown in our face by pop culture for the past 3 years, I want to say. And the multiverse, how it works, and how the HD and 3D and 2D universe kind of tie into all this, I believe that a variation of CJ or Carl Johnson exists in the HD universe or Grand Theft Auto 5. So, I believe that CJ does exist in the HD universe. Now, there has been an Easter egg referencing CJ in the Mission Hood Safari in Grand Theft Auto 5, but I consider that just a fun Easter egg to throw up fans, because I really don't consider that CJ, that character model that's shown in that mission, because it's kind of weird how he's riding on bikes with Ryder, Big Smoke, and Sweet, because like, that same thing happened in 1992 in San Andreas. So why would the first mission be happening in 2013 in Grand Theft Auto 5? That would make no sense, right? And then later on in the mission, Lamar and Franklin talk about Grove Street Families, which is a set of the families that does not exist in current day Grand Theft Auto 5. But apparently it did in the past.
Hey, you know Grove Street used to be family hood.
Grove Street family? Man, long time ago.
Man, what happened to them dudes?
Shit, I don't know. Could be dead. Shit, or could be CEOs by now.
Or probably living in some suburb somewhere driving SUVs and shit, you know, soccer moms and shit, coaching Little League football team.
Yeah, the suburban flight, huh? Probably so.
That's gonna be me and you one day, dawg.
If we lucky, man. Shit, at the moment, it looks like we're gonna end up the other direction.
So Grove Street Families for sure existed in Grand Theft Auto 5 universe, that being the HD universe. But you can sit there and say, well, that may be true, but we don't know if CJ existed in the HD universe. Yeah, the gang existed, but we don't know if CJ himself actually existed in the HD universe. Those who say that, I will simply show you this clip right here with Franklin and Lamar talking about CJ and the truth in GTA Online.
Hey, this is like that shit that went down over in Flint County back in the day.
They reference Flint County, and they reference the mission from San Andreas, Are You Going to San Fierro? And in that mission, just like how Franklin referenced in that clip I just played, CJ and the Truth burned a marijuana crop farm because it was about to be raided by the police. With all that being said, it's kind of safe to assume that a variation of CJ exists in the HD universe. Not to say that the CJ we played as in San Andreas is the same one that exists in the HD universe, but it's safe to say that it's a variation. And a good example of variations with the multiverse would have to be Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man from the Sam Raimi trilogy versus Tom Holland's Spider-Man from the MCU. They're basically the same person, but there's slightly different variations. Like Tom Holland's Spider-Man was born in like 2004, and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man was born in like the 80s. So one is older, one's younger. They had different experiences. So Tom Holland's first major villain was the Vulture, while Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man's major villain was Green Goblin. So that being said, you can be the same person in a different universe but have totally different experiences. So my theory is that there are similar experiences with the HD universe CJ than there was with 3D universe CJ. And with my theory is that everything sort of played out the same in the first few hours of San Andreas, where you start the game and you visit your mother's funeral, and then you kind of get yourself used to the whole gang activity going on in Los Santos, the gang wars and all that. And then the moment where CJ was taken to the countryside by Officer Tenpenny, I think that kind of breaks off the timeline with the HD universe. My theory is that the HD universe CJ did about 80 to 90% of the same thing that 3D universe CJ, but something happened. And I'll get into that in a minute. So my theory is that HD universe CJ, he robbed all the stores and banks in Red County with Catalina. HD universe CJ went on to San Fierro and made his own auto shop. And he also ended up working with the Triads as well. HD universe CJ went to Las Venturas and he opened up a casino with the Triads. Was working against the Mafia. HD Universe CJ broke into Area 69 and stole a jetpack. HD Universe CJ did all this, you know, I can go on and on. But the one thing HD Universe CJ did not do was return to Los Santos. My theory is that he got rich off the casino, he got rich off of his auto shop showroom, and he may or may not have been Mad Dog's manager, because OG Loke and Mad Dog are referenced in the HD universe. All that being said, I believe that CJ just got really selfish with getting rich, which is out of character, but at the same time, it's a different universe. So CJ got really selfish with getting rich off of Mad Dog, off the casino, off of the auto shop showroom, and he just basically abandoned families and abandoned Los Santos as a whole. And he left his brother to rot in prison for the rest of his life. Or CJ didn't get selfish, he wanted to get his brother out of prison, but his brother possibly got killed by Tenpenny. After CJ killed Officer Pulaski, Tenpenny perhaps turned on CJ and set up Sweet to get killed by the Ballas in prison. That could have easily have happened. And then, with CJ not returning to Los Santos, Grove Street families lost their influence and the Ballas ended up taking over Grove Street. I would actually explain why the families don't have Grove Street anymore, even though in Grand Theft Auto 5's lore, in the HD universe, it's been mentioned that Grove Street families was once a thing. Another reference I really want to talk about with CJ being the HD universe is this billboard. As you can see here in Grand Theft Auto 4, there was a billboard for a clothing brand with CJ modeling. Now CJ could have been like this rich entrepreneur, CEO, millionaire, whatever, and you know, he was posing for that picture. And in the HD universe, he could have been Mad Dog's manager like in the 3D universe, but like I said before, he never returned to Los Santos, and he never returned to being a gang member. In conclusion, my theory, there was a CJ in the HD universe, but we never played his story. The CJ we're used to is from the 3D universe. This HD universe CJ I'm talking about exists within the HD universe lore, that being GTA 4 and GTA 5, and something happened that made him not want to go back to Los Santos, either his brother being murdered in prison, or that being he got selfish with all the money that he was earning. And just because CJ is probably one of my favorite characters in GTA, I would want to believe that he didn't want to return to Los Santos because his brother was murdered in prison. But if you guys did go on and enjoy this video, like this little theory I came up with, a like and a comment will be appreciated. Subscribe to the channel. And with all that out of the way, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, everybody.